We're on.
And we're back again. It's round 2.
For the second week in a row.
Aren't y'all lucky?
Okay, now let's see if we can get the computer to figure it out.
I mean,
I'm not sure that worked out too good last time, trying to figure out.
we're not technologically savvy over here.
So don't forget, as you come on, to
Say hi.
Yeah, say hello.
Because we want to know that you're here.
Yeah, who's on? And
We also want to know how every mama is doing now that all your little chickens are back at school. Because that's super amazing.
yeah, I think everybody's back now. Even our
Hey, Victoria.
there's my mama. You know, when you got that one person, it's always your mama.
I know, right? Except for my mom doesn't. She's like, I don't get on Facebook very much.
Oh.
That's okay. I really just scroll and judge if you just want me to be honest.
Okay, if we see we got some people coming on.
We have 8 people. Hey, 8 people.
Say hey so that we know you're there. And tonight we are talking purging. So we have been, I have.
Is that like,
No. And you know what?
sorry.
What is so funny is I was thinking about, you know that isn't there a movie called The Purge?
Isn't that a scary movie?
Yeah.
I don't do scary.
Yeah, I don't either. And I think it's called The Purge, where people, like it's one night that you can go out and commit all these crimes and do all this stuff, and it's like, doesn't matter. So, so anyway, we are talking about purging, and we are talking about decluttering. I'm so glad my mom's on because...
Your mom is a clutter bug.
Yes. I mean, you know, hoarder is a strong word, but...
Stop it.
Yeah.
We're not going to talk about the mama like that.
Hoarder is a strong word, but she has a lot of stuff. Let's put it that way.
I mean, but, you know, for some people, stuff brings them joy.
That's true. So let's talk about it. First though, let me give a shout out to Germantown Wine and Spirits, and Peggy's got a little bit of a headache tonight, so yeah. I'm indulging, and she's having water, and I am having this wonderful bottle. This is a red blend from the Biltmore. This is like my favorite. Have you ever been to the Biltmore?
I haven't.
What?
I know. We should probably put that on our list of things to do.
In all your travels, you have never been to the Biltmore?
Nope, I haven't, but I've been to Savannah, and I have been to Tybee Island, which is amazing.
Yeah?
Yes, because my kids got to see, like, the tide actually go, for real tide go out. Because where your beach chair would be, and, like, if you would have left it there, it would have been covered up with water, because it's the Atlantic Ocean. So they got to see it, and the beach isn't sandy, it's shelly. So there's shells on it.
So you know we lived in Savannah.
I did not.
Yeah.
Well, learning new stuff. So we've done that. We've been to, the kids haven't, but the husband and I have been to New York, and we've been to California, which Pacific Ocean's super cold.
Well,
who knew?
You've got to go to the Biltmore. Has anybody on here ever been to the Biltmore?
My mom has, but she's not on here.
So amazing. So 2 years ago, Julie and I, my best friend and I, we took a little road trip, and I took my oldest.
Oh, yeah.
And we took her daughter, and we went up to Washington, D.C., but we went through Asheville.
Oh, yeah, because y'all drove.
Yeah.
We flew.
It was fun. Yeah.
Well, you know, I'll let you know how I feel about a whole drive thing after Clark and I get done with our drive to Colorado.
Oh, okay.
Yes, both kids. He wants to rent an RV.
Oh, my gosh. Now,
like
that would be so much fun.
Yeah.
Really?
I love my little Clark Griswold. Yes. You know, load her up.
I mean, I'm all for a road trip. All for a road trip.
Not a road trip, but just, I mean, really in an RV. I'm not really sure I'm RV material.
Sounds fun. So, let's talk purging. Let's talk organizing. You know, I think we talked about resolutions last week. And I think this is the time of year that people say, I'm going to get my life in order. I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to get healthy. I'm going to declutter my home and all these things.
My friends list on Facebook. What?
Declutter?
Yes.
So, that's a good point. So when we're talking about purging and we're talking about decluttering, why do we even do that? Like,
Well, mine was really because I couldn't find anything. Like, I couldn't find the 5 things that I wear because they were covered up with all the junk that I don't wear. So I had to get rid of it.
Okay.
And by get rid of it, I mean put it in plastic bags, and now it's just sitting in my garage. But it's not in my closet anymore, so I'm one step closer to actually getting rid of it.
Are there plastic bags to donate, or do you resell?
Well, I have like a closet, shop my closet thing.
On
my personal Facebook page. So if you love me and you want to shop my closet, rock on here.
Yeah, that's on your personal Facebook?
Yeah.
Oh, it's like just an extra album or something?
Well, like I just made it a group. And so if you want to shop my closet.
What a cute idea.
Yeah.
Does anybody else do that? Like I see tons of people selling stuff on Facebook, just like making a post and saying, hey, but honestly, it's like, oh my gosh, I don't want to worry about $2 from somebody. It's like, I'd rather just donate it.
So just Venmo or PayPal. It works real great. And if you're in the area, you can pick it up from a front porch, or I'll meet you at, the Kroger or whatever. But yeah, so anyways, you can feel free to shop my closet. But so I reorganized my drawers and I kind of Marie Kondoed all this stuff. And I mean, I didn't thank it for all the joy that it maybe didn't bring. Like I didn't do all that, but it's organized. Even my husband complimented me because I got to tell you, I'm a bit of a messy Jessie.
No way.
Oh, yes, ma'am. I'm totally a messy Jessie. Yeah.
I don't believe it.
Oh, you should. When my husband and I first got married, we had our bed up against the wall, and there was like a window, and then the bathroom was on the other side. And you couldn't even get to my side of the bed. There was just clothes piled up on the side. And
y'all don't even want to see what my bed looks like right now.
We're grown and we're married, and I was like, but this is my side of the bed. So like, you do you over there, Mr. Military Corners, and I'm gonna do me over here. Like
Bless him.
I'm super messy.
Bless him.
I know, and he just like he's either adjusted or he just like loves me in spite of it.
Yeah, it's probably that.
Maybe a little of both. I don't
probably.
know.
So I think I told y'all last time that Crystal Watson was here in my home. She has a business called Orderly Fashion. Follow her on Facebook and Instagram, Orderly Fashion. And she actually decluttered and reorganized my closet. And we're gonna go on a field trip next week, and I'm gonna take you back to the closet, but I don't want to do that now because it's like, not the closet. The closet is amazing, but the bed piled up with laundry. I mean, like, we'll talk about laundry one day, but anyway.
I don't do laundry.
So here is the deal that she told me. So she said to remove every single thing from the area, okay?
Marie Kondo.
Yes. So we literally took every single item out of my closet. Now, only on my side, because I didn't worry about my husband. He's like, his 57 t-shirt from 1982, he didn't want me to touch. So
you can make them into a quilt.
No,
you
girl.
Love them.
Garbage. I want them to go in the garbage can.
Quilts.
And so we took everything out and piled it on the bed. So that is step one.
Super stressful.
Remove everything. And whenever I used to like clean my closet out, I would just kind of go through and be like, oh, I don't wear this shirt very often. I don't wear this shirt, and kind of do it like that.
Right. Yep.
But actually taking every single item out of my closet and like piling it on the bed. Now, she was even very organized in how we made piles. So we made piles of sweaters, we made piles of skirts, we made piles of jeans. And that helped us to go through everything.
She would be like, black yoga pants, black yoga pants, black yoga pants.
So, I mean, y'all, when we put the clothes back, I was like, I have nothing to wear. But I refused to give up any pair of black yoga pants. So I'm like, I will give up. I mean, I literally gave her four, like probably brand new suits that I never wore.
Stop it.
That I bought on sale and like
Thought
never
you needed it.
Well, I was like, oh, it's like really close to my size, and like they're a little tight, but I can probably squeeze in them. And then I just kind of went the other way and never got into them. So, but you know what? It kind of goes back to those dresses that we were talking about just a second ago. I had never worn those suits, and I literally had probably had them in my closet for like 5 or 6 years. I mean, like, why? I mean, why do we hang on to stuff like that?
I don't know. I don't know. I tend to hang, I mean, and it's not like I have this pair of jeans. I like the color, but everything else about them I hate. I hate them. Like, I hate them.
And so you don't wear them.
I mean, but I do. But I have to wear it with like a certain shirt because it's got to cover up my tush because they're low rise and I'm totally not a low rise mom, okay? And so, like, then you can see my crack. And
right.
I mean, it's
so you got to be sure you're wearing a long shirt.
It's not 2001 anymore, so it's not. I mean, it's
totally inappropriate for a mom to show her crack.
Yes, yeah, like it's not mom attire. But other than like, I mean, so I don't wear them just for that simple fact. You know what I mean? Because like in summer.
Okay. So here.
I got to get rid of them.
Yeah.
They have to.
So here's the thing.
Hit the road. Shop my closet.
This is the process that we went through. So we took everything out of the closet. And then, you know, the idea is to, and I mean, we live in a brand new house, so it wasn't that dirty, but clean the space once you've gotten everything out of there. And so 3 questions to ask yourself. Number 1 is, can you still wear it?
Yes.
Okay.
I can still wear jeans I have from college.
Shut up.
I know.
Okay. Can you still wear it? The second thing is it still in style?
I mean, if I were going to like a Widespread Panic concert, these jeans would be...
Did you go to the Widespread Panic concert?
Oh, no, I was more Dave Matthews. We still go.
Okay, well, I mean, how many times a year do you go to a Dave Matthews concert?
Usually once.
Okay, so you tuck those away for the one time a year. Did you wear them to the Dave Matthews concert?
Oh, no, not this past time. It was way too hot for blue jeans. It was like somebody bring me a fan.
Okay.
It was much.
Can you wear it?
Mm-hmm. Is it still cool?
Is it still in style? It is 2020 now. Believe it or not.
I know.
Believe it or not. And do you love it? Like, do you really love it? So that was the thing that got me. As Crystal and I started going through my stuff, I was like, yeah, I can still wear that. And I mean, I guess it's still in style. It's not that old, but I don't really love it. And so she says, this is funny because Crystal doesn't have any children, but she was like, so she throws it over in the giveaway pile. She's like, just get rid of it and then just go buy something you like. And it's like, well, it's not always that easy because you got 2 kids to feed and, you know, you got a mortgage to pay and car notes and school and after school.
Yeah,
and
adulty stuff.
I mean, so, you know, that was kind of hard, is like, and saying, well, I don't really love it, but I do need this because I wear it with this skirt to work or whatever. But I am telling y'all, I got rid of 4 bags of clothes.
Stop.
Yes.
Go. Good for you.
I know. It was crazy. And I had already, when we moved like 9 months ago or 8 months ago, I had already gotten rid of so many shoes. And I realized when she laid them all out for me, and she totally redid the closet in a way that like I never thought of.
I hate our closet in our house, and I really want to like tear
actually,
it out.
It's like really small.
I feel like ours is kind of small, but it's probably just all the crud that I have in there. But like, I really want to tear it apart. Like I want to tear everything out.
I hope Julie's watching so that
bless Julie's heart, because I've already texted her and said, hey, I want to make my dining room
your closet?
No. So this is not my closet, but I've texted her and said, hey, I want to make my keeping room my dining room, my sitting area, and our sitting area our main living room. Do you think you can make this happen? She was like, I'm probably going to need a minute. Russ.
That seems like a lot.
I mean, but I'm just...
Well, what does that have to do with making your closet bigger?
I don't know. It doesn't. It doesn't really. It was just like a side note.
I got you.
Just a side note. My closet will never be bigger. We could reconfigure it, I guess, if like we tore out the built-ins and stuff. We could reconfigure
built-ins. That was another thing, and we actually didn't put any clothes in the built-ins. We put kind of decorative items in there, and to tell you the truth, like my mom came over this week and she was like, I don't know about that. Like, why do you have picture frames and stuff in there? And to tell you the truth, it's like the only room in the house that is typically clean. So I kind of like going in there and just like having a minute. It's really beautiful now. She's put all this really pretty stuff in there. What do you put in yours? Like jeans and stuff? Your booty crack jeans?
No, those are on a hanger. Oh. Actually, they're not. Let me tell you what happened. So whenever I go in my closet and I put something on and I look at myself in the mirror, if I don't think I look very good, I throw it on the floor and I punish it for making me look ugly. And that's where it stays until I decide to put it back on.
It sounds like the only person getting punished is you.
I'm not, because then I just end up in my black leggings.
Yeah, exactly.
But today I have on jeans.
So I saw when when the clothes went back in there, I was like, oh my gosh. But it was like kind of like what you said. Even though I had a ton of stuff in my closet, I never wore it.
Right.
And just getting rid of it so that you can see what you have I think it was like very powerful. Do
you change seasons?
Well, okay, here's the interesting thing. That came up about moving summer clothes to another closet, but like in our house now, we have no closets. There's like no linen closets. We have closets in the bedrooms, and that's it. So my girls have a playroom, and I have some stuff in there. But y'all, after we got rid of so much stuff, like I don't need a winter and summer closet because it all fit
right
in mine now. And how much winter stuff do we really have?
Because it's gonna be 75 tomorrow.
Ridiculous. But let's talk about this. So let's talk about decluttering traps, which you and I were just talking about a second ago. Here's what I find is very difficult, and my mother has this problem. I think everybody does, are 4 traps that happen when you are decluttering. And what you just said earlier, sentimental items. Yeah. So really and truly, like when I was getting stuff out of my closet, I wasn't necessarily like emotionally attached to anything. I don't believe so. But you were saying that you were emotionally attached to some of your clothes.
Yes, I do. So my dad passed away. He hated when people said that, by the way. But it just sounds so much more polite. My dad's been gone for almost 6 years. And so after everything, it was, my mom just said, hey, if you want it, come get whatever you want. So I have some button-ups that he wore. I don't really wear those. It was just he did.
Right.
And random, I picked a sweater, and I don't know why, because my dad was a smoker. And if he wore a sweater, he had a button up underneath it with a pocket, but he didn't like a sweater because he couldn't get to his cigarettes fast enough. But I don't know why the sweater really resonated with me, so I kept it. And I actually wear it with black leggings because my dad was 6'2".
Oh, so it's long.
So it's long, and it's it's oversized. So my daughter would call me Visco if I had it on with shorts, but I don't. And so so those things are in my closet, and they're only in my closet because I can just touch them because I'm just a weirdo like that,
right.
I just need to be able to
feel
I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, and I have a watch of his, and I have his Zippo lighter that I gave to him.
Yeah.
And it's got his monogram on there, but it's tucked away somewhere where I can see it. But it's,
Yeah. and this is my mom saying make pillows. So like long time ago, like years and years and years ago, my grandfather died. And then years after that, my grandmother died. And when she died, we cleaned everything out of the house. And so I got some button downs and I had pillows made.
My sister did that.
Yeah.
With my dad's stuff.
So I had one made for me and one made for my dad and one made for my brother. And when I had mine made, I used actually one of my grandfather's dress shirts. And I had his monogram put on the pocket.
Nice.
Yeah, so it was so cute. And then my father-in-law passed away years ago, and we took some of his shirts, and I had an apron made for my mother-in-law.
I love it.
It was so cute, the way the top was with his button down.
Yeah.
And then we took some of the other, and they used it to make ruffles. And so there's so many cool things that you can make with clothes or items. Like, we had a friend that husband passed away, and somebody made a teddy bear out of his shirts for their child.
Yes.
So cute.
Yes.
And just so special.
Okay, little known fact about me. Not only am I messy, Jessie, but I can sew a little bit. And so, I know. So all my leftover bridesmaids dresses from like friends, I have taken it and made pillows. And put like their married initial on the pillow.
Oh, that's a great idea. I mean, how many of you still have like prom dresses? I mean, wedding dresses. I'm sure, you know, some people.
I still have.
I mean, of course, yeah. Did you have yours sealed and boxed, or is it just?
It's sealed and boxed in my attic, but we unboxed it because my daughter, who's now 11. Was just super curious about
what it
looked like and all this stuff. And so I have a friend that's a photographer, and she came over and we unboxed it, and she took pictures of my daughter like on this little settee in my yeah. So anyways, it was a lot of fun for her, you know, to get to like stand in this big dress, and I'm not very tall. And so, I mean,
that's sweet.
You know,
that's a great idea.
Had she had more of an adult body, she would, like, it would have fit her.
So, besides clothes, this is an issue that I think my mother has, and I think a lot of other people do too. Maybe not closet stuff, but stuff that you have gotten from your parents. You know, I mean, like even furniture,
like tchotchkes.
Yeah, tchotchkes or dishes or. You know, like I have just a few things from both of my grandmothers that are like super, super special. But I really only have like one or two items, and that's it. Now, I mean, those are my grandparents, and you know, my parents are still living, thank God. But I'm sure that's a whole different level. You know, when it's something from your parent. But you know, how do people let go of those things that they're so sentimentally attached to?
I mean, I think for me, like, I have to be able to visualize my person with that, whatever it is, the shirt, the sweater, the watch, whatever it is.
To want to keep it.
Yes. Otherwise, it's like, wah, wah.
Yeah.
You know? So it's gotta really have a meaning for me.
Yeah, I agree.
Because quite frankly, I'm not attached to anything in my house except for my husband and my kids.
Right.
And my wedding video, because my dad's on there and he talks.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm like, well, I mean, it's just stuff. It's just stuff.
Yeah.
It's just stuff. So, like.
Well, I don't want to speak for her, and she can certainly type this in, but I think that a lot of times what you're talking about is you have to visually see someone doing that. I think my mother can be like, oh yeah, I see my mom buy that hutch. I see my mom using that mixer. Oh, I see my mom using this glass, you know.
Right. But you can make whatever you want to be sentimental.
Sure.
Even if it's like, you know, oh my gosh, this yellow tablet's my favorite.
Right.
You know, like, did my dad write on a yellow tablet? Yeah, probably every day. But that doesn't hold any value for me with him. But, I mean, people are just different in the way they deal with, like, their stuff.
And their grief, I think, too.
Yeah.
And, you know, also, it's like, what do you do with all the stuff? You know, what do you do with all these items? I mean, you store them somewhere, you display them in your home. And to me, decluttering is just like you can breathe and you can like take a minute and be like, gosh, because don't you ever feel like
you're
things
being smothered
are
by
just
your junk?
like, yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
My mom and I talk about this all the time, you know, that it's just like when you have all this stuff, it just smothers you.
Yeah, it does. It totally does.
You know,
and then you're like, where does this go? Where does this thing go? I mean, that's our problem.
Yeah. That was the next thing that both Crystal and Cassidy Turnage owns a company called Chaos to Clean by Cass. So she is amazing as well. Her and Crystal like have great Facebook and Instagrams. Follow both of them, Orderly Fashion and Chaos to Clean by Cass. You'll see all different kind of tips there and like their before and after. And both of them are like this. Everything has to have a home. Not in a box somewhere. Everything has to have a home. So, you know, I think when you start thinking about that, and I would be mortified if someone saw my garage right now, because it is just so many boxes of stuff we haven't even unpacked since moving here like 8 months ago. And it's like, if I haven't used it in 8 months, I should probably get rid of it, right?
Yeah. So
today I was out there and I was like, oh, you know what? I found this picture and I'm like, I do like this picture, but you know, it was hanging in my laundry room at the old house, and it's like, there's not really room in this laundry room, and it's like, oh, but I've always liked this, and I've had it since I was like 20, and it's probably time to get rid of it.
I mean, if you were 20, which I mean, wasn't that long ago, I get
it. Wasn't.
But,
it wasn't.
You know.
Just, you know, 5 or 6 years.
Right. I mean, I get it. But, you know, we have stuff like that in our house, like paintings that we got.
Yeah.
It was like the very first thing that we got when we got married.
Don't even
like
get me started on paintings.
Adulty money, you know, but now they're just sitting in a closet.
Yeah.
Somewhere. And I'm like, what do I do with this?
Yeah. We have literally probably 20 something paintings and pictures and things that are just pushed up against the wall in our room because we haven't wanted to hang anything on the wall yet, because we're like, we have a few things in there, but we're like, well, do we want to put this in the bedroom? Do we want to put this in the living room? Where do we want to put this stuff?
I get it.
And then after a while, it's like, do we even really like this stuff anymore? I mean, could we just get rid of it?
Yeah.
You know, I think people live such a minimalist life now. I mean, people just don't tend to have like so much stuff in their home anymore, like knick-knacky stuff, you know?
Yeah.
And I think that's just because people feel so, I mean, homes are built, you know, with open spaces now, and you don't have all the wall space that you used to have. Like in my mom's house, she has all these walls. So she has furniture on all these walls, right? But see, in homes now, we don't really have a lot of walls. You know what I mean?
Right,
so we don't really have walls to put like bookshelves and hutches and buffets and all this kind of stuff where you can, you know, display your items. And I think that is one of the things that probably keeps her from being able to really get rid of stuff, because, I mean, she's got a lot of walls to fill up.
Yeah, but I mean, you could still have a lot of walls, but you don't have to have something on every single one. I don't think. I mean,
Victoria Prevost, are you hearing that?
Stop it! Don't even call out your mama on here.
I'm gonna get it after this. Okay, sentimental items. Oh, this happens to me sometimes too. Gifted items.
Do you love them? If not, you just totally re-gift them to somebody else.
Well, I have been known to do that a couple of times.
I've never done that.
But here's the thing. I mean, do you ever, and maybe this goes back to being sentimental, but like, do you ever have something that you're like, oh my gosh. Now listen, my best friend, very coincidentally, lives across the street, okay? And she has like, if I need any high school picture or anything from high school, like she still has it. And I won't even say how many years ago that was. But
I mean, since you were just 20, like
yeah,
a couple of years ago, high school wasn't that far behind.
It's been a few. I mean, I'm not sure that I actually do have an old cheerleading outfit. And
Stop it.
Yeah. And I think maybe my letter jacket, but like I don't have any pictures. I mean, what did we do with the pictures from back then? You know, so...
You left them on your film because you were going to take it to the Walmart to be developed, and you never did.
Did we even have Walmart back then?
I mean, I did.
I don't know if we had a Walmart.
You didn't have a Walmart?
I don't think so. Like, I grew up in Vicksburg, and if anybody is from Vicksburg on here, my mother, did we have a Walmart back then when I was in high school? I don't know when that Walmart was built. Anyway, yes, for sure.
Or the
Walgreens,
yes.
Or the what was that place? What was that place called? You left them at my house. Oh, okay. And you know what? I think I may have left there too. Is my wedding dress. Now that we're talking about wedding dresses, I was just thinking, oh my God, where's my wedding dress? I have no idea.
Well, no. I mean,
oh well. I mean, you know. Yeah, gifted items. And so anyway, going back to Kenda that lives across the street, what I'm saying is like she is kind of one of those people that are kind of attached to like, oh my gosh, you know,
TGNY.
Yeah, TGNY. Thank you, Mom.
Loved me a TGNY.
She is one of those people that's like, oh my gosh, Christy Frazier gave this to me in 8th grade, and it's like, what? Like, why do you still need a trapper keeper? You know, I mean,
stop.
Or a caboodle.
Oh my gosh, I have 2 caboodles.
An updated version? Yeah.
But I would love to have like the old plastic ones with the things that swung out. Made me feel like I was a makeup artist.
So,
you know, like yes.
But I don't know. I just don't hang on to stuff like that. But then, you know, it's funny because like sometimes I'm like, gosh, I wish I knew where so-and-so was, or I wish I'd have kept this. But I mean, my God, you know, and like, here's another thing talking about sentimental items. Got hair in my mouth.
Gotta quit licking your cat.
My child, right, when kids are little, you know, they're bringing home all these like coloring sheets and little art projects they do.
Right.
And I'm going to tell y'all this. My friend Jennifer told me to get a laminator. Do you have a laminator?
No.
You need to get one. Best purchase I ever made. Actually, my husband bought it for me one year for Mother's Day. Oh my God. Every woman should have a laminator. It is amazing.
Why do I need a laminator?
Oh my gosh.
So I can laminate all my kids' stuff with like the smushed up Cheerios?
No. Now you can't laminate stuff like that. I mean, that stuff has to go in the garbage can. And you gotta like bury it.
And you gotta get it out like you're a friggin' ninja.
Yeah, you do. Because they find it. And my
They
child
do.
will be like, who threw this away?
I made it just for you.
Y'all didn't like it?
You don't love me anymore.
I know. It's like, oh my God. Like you made like 15 of those already.
I just saw that yesterday. Like that same
I'm
deal.
talking about selective artwork. Selective. But here's the thing. If you're selective in pre-K 3, selective in pre-K 4, selective in kindergarten, selective in first grade, selective in second grade, you get the point. I mean, the stuff piles up.
Once they hit first grade, you don't get any more garbage.
That is true.
You don't get any more stuff.
Now that my oldest is in first grade, we get very little art stuff back. And the stuff that we do get, I try to pick like 1 or 2 things that's laminatable because not everything is.
That's right. It's got Fruit Loops on it.
Yes. I mean, obviously you can't laminate stuff like that. Okay.
You can't laminate the Fruit Loops. We're sorry.
But it is, like, I love it to make labels. I mean...
Why don't you just get a label maker?
Well, we have a label maker, but those...
Because that would just add to the clutter.
Yeah, those little labels are, like, this big. You know, when you have a laminator, like, you can... I mean, you can make them like this, laminate them, hole punch. I mean, I'm telling y'all, if you don't have a laminator...
Come to her house and just use hers.
Get one.
Don't add to your clutter.
Awesome. Okay.
Just borrow hers.
Yeah, that is true. So, if you live anywhere in my neighborhood, you're welcome to come and borrow my laminator.
I don't live in your neighborhood, but can I still borrow your laminator?
You live very close. Yes, of course you can. Yeah, gifted stuff. Sometimes that's hard to give away, and I think it's because Or sometimes I do this, and Mom, close your ears, but sometimes she'll give me things like maybe like clothes or something, or she'll give me, I don't know, maybe something that I'm like not that crazy about, but it's like, oh, actually, my mother didn't give me this, but someone else gave me something, and I don't want to give any details because I don't think they'll be watching this, but just in case.
Sure.
I got something for a Christmas gift, and it hung on the wall, and I did not like it, and I really did not want to hang it on my wall, but I was like, oh my gosh, this person will be really
in your
upset.
House looking for it?
Yeah, they'll be really upset if they come over and it's not there. So I put it in the closet, and then every time they came over, I would hang it up. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's super funny. Well,
but I finally got rid of it.
So
I knew she was going to say that. I'm not giving you anything else.
That's so funny. Well, I don't know you, but Mom, you can give me whatever you want. So here's my thing. I don't typically give or get gifts from people that outside of
close
family, and people that know me and love me. But if you know a person, you should know them well enough to be like, they're gonna love this.
Yeah.
Like 1 year for Christmas, my mother-in-law bought me a KitchenAid stand mixer, and it's red, and I was like, oh my gosh,
Right.
let me just love this forever. And I love it, and I use it regularly. This year, my mom got me a crock pot. I was super pumped up about this crock pot. I mean, the lid locks, and my other one was just busted because he had been well used and well loved.
Right.
And so it's like those things where the people, give you something that they know you're gonna utilize versus just giving you some kind of tchotchke because they feel like they got to get you something.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think, especially my mother, she gives me things that she knows that I'll love. But sometimes she's like, oh, I bought this dress and I can't wear it here, you take it, stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
But I think that going back to the picture thing, I think that's really like the one time that I just felt like I had to keep the thing because it was like, ugh, and then there are times that especially your family, they've given you something 20 years ago and it's just not your style anymore.
Right.
And then I think there's sometimes a little bit of guilt about getting rid of that stuff. Because it's like, oh man, they really, they thought that, and I did love it at the time.
Right.
But it's like, I've
you grow, you change.
Yeah, I've kind of this
evolved.
Yeah. So I think that, people get it's very hard to get rid of stuff you're sentimentally attached to, or that someone has gifted you that you just feel like that you can't get rid of because of that person, or because maybe you feel guilty about getting rid of something that somebody paid for, I mean, I don't know if we necessarily feel that way, but
that's how I feel about food. Don't throw away food. You gotta eat it or save it.
Yeah, we eat tons of leftovers here at our house.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, we've been eating leftovers for 3 nights, and the girls were like, oh my gosh, I don't want to eat that again. I'm like, you're eating it until the thing is empty. We're not wasting it.
We do that, but I've made meatloaf, and the kids are like, please don't. So I've just chopped it up and made tomato sauce and stuff on there, and I've just called it spaghetti, and they're like, Mom, this is the best ever.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
Yes. So there you go. That's how I get rid of my food. That's how I declutter my refrigerator.
Now I will say
make
this
my
too.
leftovers into something else.
Yeah, and I have started doing this, and it makes the world of difference. My bestie that lives across the street, our garbage comes on Mondays. I mean,
your garbage comes on Monday?
1 day a week?
I've
never
coming over.
heard of such.
So you come on over. We have Wednesday. So you drop your stuff off on Tuesday at my trash can, and I'll bring my stuff over on Sunday evening.
Every single Sunday, she cleans the refrigerator out and takes everything out, throws away old food, really cleans it out. And I was like, oh my God, what a great idea. And so, I mean, because it's oh my gosh, what is this smell in here? I mean, that's when we clean the refrigerator out. So I have started every Sunday, going in there, and it's like, if it's food that we just hadn't eaten, we're probably not going to eat it, goes in the garbage. And then I'm keeping my refrigerator, decluttered, and it's working awesome. I mean, all these little tips and these little things, like, you don't think they make that big of a difference, but when you can open up the door and you can see what's in there, or when you can go to your closet and you can see what's in there.
Black leggings.
Yes, but it just, like, you can breathe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I probably need to do that. But all my clothes are currently being punished.
Yeah. Oh, they're on the floor?
Mm-hmm.
So it sounds like you have some homework when you get home. Put your clothes back up. So we went over tonight. Like, we've been...
I know, and I have a curfew.
Uh-oh. And so we talked a little bit longer than we probably should have.
We're sorry.
So let's go back real quick through the steps.
Do you still wear it?
Yep.
Is it still cool?
Right. Is it from, what did you say? 2012, 2006? Or 1994?
If you were in a car accident, would you want someone to see you in it?
Oh, that's a good one. My mother used to always say, you better have on clean underwear, because if you're in an accident and you have to be cut out and they have to cut your pants off, you don't want to be
Chances are, if I'm in an accident like that, I've probably already soiled myself.
Well, that's a very good point.
I mean, sorry, Mom. I've probably already done my business in my pants because I was super freaked out about being in the car accident. So, okay, can you still wear it? Would you want to be caught dead in it? Do you love it?
Yep. End of story.
That's it.
That's it.
That's for everything. Your closet, your refrigerator, your tchotchkes. Like, how do you feel about it?
And, this was another tip that Crystal gave me too, and I think Marie Kondo kind of talks about this. There was several items that I hesitated on. I was like, I don't know. And she was like, when was the last time you wore it? And get rid of it. So sometimes just having someone there that has no connection to your items is very helpful, because, like, it was funny, like, there was a couple of items, and, like, Crystal is much younger than I am, and she's so much more trendier than I am. There was a couple of items as we got to them, she was like, donate, and I was like, well, wait a minute, like, I wear that. She's like, no, this is, like, not in style anymore.
And you're like, but it's my style, and I'm going to wear it every day.
So I'm like...
Because I think I look good.
Okay, well, I guess I'm getting rid of it. So y'all's homework is to clean out your closet, your pantry, your laundry room, something. So I'm going to make a post in the morning to just follow up on this, and I will go back in the comments of this, and we'll put our steps, and we'll list a couple of things here, and I'll also put... Cassidy and Crystal's pages so you can follow them. But I want you to pick something. You too, Peggy. So I've already done my closet. Tomorrow, Cassidy is going to be here to help me with my laundry room. So excited. And I started on my pantry, but y'all, I mean, I just finally was like, oh my God, I threw everything back in there. So those are the 3 areas that I am working on to try to organize, because, and I'm so excited to show y'all. I started my command center.
Stop it.
Yeah, I'll show you when we get done.
Okay.
I just started it.
Because I got a curfew.
I got a few things in there. So I will show you those on the field trip next week when we go on our field trip to the closet and to my laundry room. So your homework is to pick a place. What are you going to pick?
I don't know. Can I skip this question?
Okay, let me know tomorrow. Pick a place that you want to declutter and go through our steps. Okay?
Got it. Thanks, Mom.
Night, everybody.